the bell, Jeff Bell.
Hello.
Okay, also Ryan on THWIP.
The Big Marvel Show!
I'm Lorraine.
I am Ryan.
And this is THWIP, the Big Marvel Show, and we're on the set of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Once again, back once again.
We don't have royalties or rights to that, so we shouldn't do that. But what we do have is rights to talk to Jeff Bell, showrunner and EP of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He's so good, he's gonna tell us all the secrets.
Everything. We find out how everything ends.
Yep, so get ready. Put on your secrets glasses, because you're gonna hear them.
We are here with EP and showrunner Jeff Bell. Thank you so much for joining us on THWIP, the Big Marvel Show.
You're welcome. Hello.
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 Hi.
Hello.
So first of all, I want to take you to task because a lot of things have been happening to people that we care about, like Director Mace, for instance. Why are you hurting people? Why?
Because nobody wants to see a show called The Village of Happy People. Where nothing happens and everything's boring.
Okay,
Can you imagine if we go into the alt world and everybody's like, would you like some coffee? Why, yes, thank you. This is delicious.
It sounds so nice, though.
It does. And about 2 minutes later, you're like, click.
Right. Okay. Good point.
So, I mean, the joy of being in the framework is getting to put people in these new situations, new dynamics. And, you know, Jason O'Mara came in this year and just became part of the family.
Yeah,
and came in as the director. His whole arc has been fantastic. And taking a character who is pretending to be a hero and then giving him a hero send-off to us was a beautiful thing. And as sad as we are to lose Jason, hopefully we meet people's hearts hurt at home at the end, which is the whole point of these stories, which is to make you feel, make you care about people. And I think he embodied that in a spectacular way. And the whole cast and crew was sad to see him go. But I will say this is the Marvel Universe, and as you've also seen in Alt World, we've had Agent Brett Ward, we've had Agent Antoine Tripp, we've had Burroughs, who got sucked out of a plane, come back and be a badass. So just because you die doesn't mean
you die.
You die. And we do have LMD technology now, and we've established other dimensions. So it wouldn't totally surprise me if one day, somewhere, somehow, Jeffrey Mace showed up.
Well.
Yeah.
It's not a promise. It's
Scoop.
A threat. It's a threat.
Scoop.
Exclusive. Definitely happening.
Definitely not. Probably, maybe could happen. Who knows?
Of the characters who we've seen come back this season, who was the one that you and the staff were? Was there some moment that you wanted to bring back? Because we know the fans like Tripp lives. The fans were crazed about that, and we've seen that be so awesome to see him come back.
Well, it's fun because we do table read every week for each episode, and walking into a table and seeing Brett sit next to Chloe, sit next to BJ, sit next to Clark, sit next to, we were all very, very happy. In terms of how we're portraying characters, I think for a lot of people, seeing Agent Brett Dalton as a good guy, all those people who stood by Ward now have something to stand by.
Also, you've given him more to do than anything because he's gotten to be like good Ward, bad Ward, Inhuman Ward. Yeah.
You know, that's a really good point. I mean, one of the things we try and do as writers and as storytellers is to give actors things to do so they're not bored. There's nothing more boring than playing the same exact person every episode. And so the fact that he's been like 5 different people has been fantastic. The fact that Mallory, who's come in as Ada, this Ada has become Madam Hydra. Again, she gets to play different colors. The fact that all of our characters, hopefully, if you go back and look at season 1 where Skye was, I mean, Skye to Daisy to Quake to Alt World, all those things. So we try and do that with everything even Clark's been through, from Dead Guy in Avengers to Leader to Vengeance Guy on Hive to who he is now. We try and give actors interesting things to play so that the people at home will go, oh, this is fresh and interesting and I'm not bored and I wonder what's going to happen next.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of, it's true of every character. We were talking to Elizabeth earlier about Gemma, and like her as well. Yeah. She's completely different. She's so much stronger and more capable than she even was at the beginning, when even then she was doing all kinds of cool stuff. It's a wonderful thing to see these.
Thanks. And one of the things I think we're all very proud of on the show is we have really interesting, strong women who are not just defined by being strong by fighting, but they're smart, they're pilots, they're genius scientists, they have lots of other skills, they're emotionally tough, and then every now and then they kick some ass.
I want to ask a question about the framework. So the framework is just such an interesting idea. Is there anything that sort of inspired you guys as you were like, okay, we want to pull them into this technological world? Were there other source materials or interesting things that brought you to it?
I mean, the initial thing goes back to Marvel used to make these what if comics.
Yeah,
My
love
favorites.
what if.
Right? What
Right?
if. And it really started with that. It's what if Coulson hadn't joined S.H.I.E.L.D? What if Daisy hadn't got power? You know, all these what if Simmons hadn't been in Fitz's life. And a lot of it grew out of this what if. And so how can we justify a what if situation? And going through the technology and having the Darkhold this year has been a little bit of a magic bullet. Well, how can you do that?
Literally a magic bullet.
It's like, oh, it tells us here how to do that. And so having Ada go and do that to the LMDs, to framework, felt like a really natural way to do it. And then the fact that pulling a regret out of someone's life, you think, oh, that's a good thing, and showing how that becomes not so great has been really fun. But it all goes back to the Marvel What If comics, because we as fanboys and girls were all going, oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, so what if you gave us a tease for the episodes that are going to be heading up to the finale? What if?
Lorraine, that was really good.
Thanks, that's a segue, you guys.
Beautiful segue, I didn't realize how. So this is exactly what happens at the end.
This feels like a long pause.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long pause. We've been in the framework. I would suspect that we're trying to get out of the framework because we've been discovered in the framework.
Right.
We have to figure out how to do that, which will be interesting and exciting. And honestly, we have a 22 episode season that started with the Darkhold and Ghost Rider and LMDs into the framework. So I'm not saying anybody's showing up, but I'm saying for us to stick our landing, we would like to tell a story that sort of brings many disparate elements together in an exciting, dramatic conclusion. See, I can't even say that with a straight face.
So it's just all about, like, they build a pizza parlor and they have a wonderful adventure as
And
a
they're all
pizza.
best friends.
Yeah.
It's a kind of a tribute to the shawarma scene that Joss had, except we're eating pizza, and they're just here and talking for like an episode.
I love it.
It sounds great. You
Yeah.
guys watch them
Nailed
all
it.
eat pizza
Nailed it.
on Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. every Tuesday at 10/9 Central on ABC. Thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
us.
Bye, thank you.
Now it's time for Social Hour, where we take your tweets and your comments when you hashtag #MarvelThwip on Twitter or YupTub.
This feels like a very familiar experience.
I've never done this before.
No, but you guys came in with so many things and so much love for Fitzsimmons.
Aww.
All the replies, not all of them, but so many of them.
Fitz
Yeah, a lot of Fitzsimmons feels. KT Pierce says, Fitz rescuing Simmons from another planet. Nothing beats their story, really. I mean, it's back and forth. The two of them, oh, so good.
I just think their relationship just fits.
Check, please.
You guys, that's it for us. I'm Lorraine.
I'm Lorraine.
And this is Ryan.
You're Marvel.
Thanks for watching THWIP, the big Marvel show. If you like this, please like this and subscribe to the Marvel YouTube channel.
Or watch the last episode of the show right there.
Oh, for a minute, I thought you meant watch an episode of the show right here, because this is where we shoot the show.
And this is where we're going to screen it. We're going to do a whole big screening here. Everybody come join us on the set.
I don't think we're allowed to do that.
Lorraine already did it.
No, I didn't. Just, everybody just be cool and respectful of the space.
Be cool.